La la la. Hey peeps. Time for more things. And I have been working, not gonna lie. Several things has happened. That grass does such a good job of making things look more interesting. Right, so I'm actually playing with controller now, and I've changed the control scheme quite a bit. I'll talk about that when some more people joins. Let's go on. I'm gonna go here. Wait, did I sacrifice and not pick things up? That was stupid. So buy this. Ooh, can we do that? That would be fun. Let's try it. Okay, so we want faster recharge. We'll put that on here. The bleed on there too, and then yes, we'll go here. 1 second. Am I running the right? Please. Faster recharge. Hello, Granny. How you doing today? I think the original, like the throw distance of the grenade toss should be... You're not sure yet, yeah. Yeah, this distance should be longer. The base distance. Yeah. So, last night I was optimizing the game for the Switch. There's of course a whole bunch of changes that I've been working on to make it run decently. I think I can make it run even better if I just made some optimizations. It's mostly, at least in the first couple of levels, it's never like a CPU problem. It's always a oh, we got lots of money. We should have gone the other way. Oscar Void. Miss. So here's the things I've done to the controller control scheme. Because when I'm trying the game out, playing on the Switch, I find my hands cramping up, and it's just not a good deal for me. No. Yes. It doesn't feel good. So do we pick up charges for the bomb? Probably. So I'm playing with the controller now. And I've set it up in a way where I actually aim with my left stick instead of the right stick. So you can have your hand on the face buttons instead if you want. So I got like my slash, my first spell on X on the Xbox controller. Which makes it feel a lot like a Zelda or some of those like top-down hack and slashy games. You could also put something else on there. That feels pretty good. But aiming while running is really hard. So there's another button which is the aim button, which is here. So you get left trigger is just lock your movement and just aim. I think that's pretty good. It's like in Hyperlight Drifter specifically. Charges. Those need to be thrown longer. But yeah, so I also have the left stick. No, the right stick is dash in the stick direction. This is inspired by come on brain, work. Too early. Hello Hadouk. Yeah, so in Diablo 3 you got on the Switch you got roll or like a dodge move on the right stick. So that works pretty well. And it's just like, it's not you got your hands planted on the sticks. Talang. Oh no. Yeah, and I also have like the first spell is on trigger. And I got the dash, and then I got like the third spell on B, possibly Y, I don't know. And then I got interact at left shoulder button. Okay, so range we're gonna go for. See what we can do here. This control scheme feels pretty good. It feels a lot like a mix of Hyperlight Drifter and that Diablo thing. One thing I'm noticing though is I think I still need to buff the whoops. I need to buff the melee thing. Yeah, so I think this is a good alternative. Maybe it's a choice in the settings to go with this kind of thing instead of the come on, I shouldn't do that. I got lots of money. I'm super buffing my this one. I recognized you subbed. Okay. Max HP, please. Thank you. Crit chance. We can do that. Do that. Some crits there. That's fine. Yeah. I guess. Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't work. It's the worst. Let's go for range maybe and put that on the thing. No, we're not because it's bugged. Third spell? Maybe? Up. Now it's really hard for me to motivate using the melee. Oh, and then I died. Hey, there it is. Thank you. Did that show up on it's like a super fast broken thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to take a look at that. Yeah. So anyway, the other stuff that I've done is the game used to be that you could you cannot move while casting anymore, and there's a short global cooldown after each spell, so you can't like cast 2 spells at the same time. I don't go this way. This spell is way too short to cool down. So freezing you in place when you're casting makes for like you got to be more careful about positioning. I've also made the enemy slightly less fast. Now I'm playing with mouse and keyboard again. You can tell by me like not running in the direction I'm aiming. So yeah, let's pick up the boomerang as a cue. Let's try to remember to use that. Swap those around, I think. So we get Q there instead. Q is this. Okay, cool dash. I'll pick it up. Bleed onto the boomerang is pretty fun. Or explode dash. I think one of the issues I'm having with this is that I tend to have one spell that's good in most. Like it's too little differentiation between the spells. I think they're like their use cases are roughly similar. It's explode dash. Let's not pick that up because I found it a little bit overpowered. I play like trash. Fast recharge on the rang, I think. Oh, the dash maybe. Let's go to the shop, see what it holds for us. Charges on the rang. Explore the dash. Let's not reroll once or twice maybe. Like crit doesn't feel at all as important anymore. I also upped the base health again, and maybe I want to not give you full health per room anymore. Like I'm going back and forth on these. I want to be trying these back and forth a little bit so I can decide at the end of the month which way I want to go in many of these. But one of the general problems now, it feels like the boomerang, if my boomerang is higher upgraded than my arcane shards, I use the boomerang and not the arcane shards. I think it's a cooldown thing. I want longer cooldowns on everything so that I have to use multiple spells to kind of do that. There's also, like, since I have a pretty short global cooldown, I can kind of swap between spells really fast, so I can like throw a boomerang and then shoot. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I'm not sure. Let's try just increasing the cooldown or the cost charges, recharge interval on things a bit, so that you're encouraged to swap between spells a little bit more. I'm just trying different things. So also I want to throw these further. Force, I'm thinking like 20 instead. Boomerang, pull force a little bit higher, 18. Throw force a little bit lower, 35. Recharge interval takes 2. That sounds okay, but let's add 0.5 to that. So yeah. Also, grenade toss doesn't have a cost interval. It's got a really short one. Up that to 0.5. Nice. Scythe. This is the one that I feel like, since it's so hard to use, maybe it should have a shorter, like just shorten it like that. But maybe up this, like just a little bit, 0.3 instead of about 0.25. Grenade toss, boomerang, arcane bolt, dash. Dash I'm conflicted about. It could go either way. Could go either way. Nova should be longer cooldown. And a higher cost interval. I think like 1 second. Something like that. And recharge interval. It's got 3 seconds now. Let's try something much more, like 10. And projectiles. Nova sphere. I think I don't set the damage on that one. Well, it's probably okay. Let's try this tuning a little bit and see what happens. I'm also thinking maybe slow down some of the enemies a little bit more to meet this, so there's more like moving around between cooldowns. I'm not sure that's what I want, but I'm gonna try it. So these both have lower acceleration. What does that mean? Chaser behavior. Acceleration, is there? No. Let's try 85 on the thing, and the other one just do 70 or 65. 65, fine. Okay. So the problem is going to be the first level where you don't have 2 spells. Maybe I should have you pick 2 spells, but then the progression is only 1 spell. I'm not sure. Let's do 1 run, and then I'm gonna take a short little detour to the bathroom. Charges might be really good, or if this is bleed. Oh, wrong key. My brain is wired to. I like that. So slower enemies mean you can play more without taking any damage if you play well. And your dashes make more, like, if you dash at the right time, makes sense. Whoa, it's really, it's a lot of wind outside today. Oh, this is good. Nova. Now I can press this key to do that. Nice. Haste is really good on this one. Oh. I keep pressing the wrong key. I need to fix the spell icon. Oh, stupid. Because you can't see when things are available. No, it didn't go well. I'm gonna go quick bathroom break. Be right back.
In a lake of emotions, I give birth to the melodies and words with sweet devotion. I got so much, but just to say so little to physically bring it to your place. Future, how you doing? Are you ready for us to come? We are wiser now. We can do it with no fear, with total trust. I dream, same time I live, I sing, just to mix my dreams with what reality brings. Future, how you doing? Are you ready for us to come? We are wiser now. We can do it with no fear, with total trust. Future, how you doing? Are you ready for us to come? We are wiser now. We can do it with no fear, just total trust.
Okay, I'm back. Let's do a try run with this somehow. It's like, did I change rail? Did not change rail. Ooh, here I got a good nest egg of multiple spells in one. Actually, faster recharge. Let's make the because I feel like it's hard to tell when I'm changing this the cooldowns of things. Hard to tell when the spell icons don't have like proper stuff on them. Like the countdown thing. Prefabs, UI, spell icon. Here we go. So there's a cooldown mask. Should that be black, I think? Let's see if that helps. Hello, Cyber Comrade. I think the icon should be transparent. The wheels. Thank you. Yeah, when the icon is on cooldown, it should. We're not available. I think there's a can cast that we can use. Update. Okay. So button. No, what was it called? Icon color equals color gray would change it. So if spell can cast color equals white, otherwise color equals dark gray. Pick up the rail, I shoot, it's dark. That's easier to read at least. The mask is not covering the whole thing, which is a little bit annoying. And I want it to be like just a little bit transparent, a little bit bigger. Is there a... Can I use this instead somehow? Do this maybe? No? It's sliced, so... I think this still looks okay. So I can't have sliced and filled, so it's gonna be simple. No, it's gonna be filled. And it's not correct, it's like slightly off. So let's change it back to black spell. But oh, it's... Is it masking or what is going on here? Like, oh, the spell has outlines. Okay. Where could it be? Is it that thing? It's probably this thing. I don't see any black spell here. It is windy today. Like, really windy. There we go, that's better. The problem is still the icons don't have the same... Okay, these are not the icons. These are the old spell icons. Where are the spell icons? Item icons, here we go. Let's grab one of these. Put it... What? Cut off 3 there and 3 there, and I'm gonna... make it white. I'm gonna slice that out as a separate thing. We should slice it. We should make sure it's the correct position too. Why is this needed? Like, can I not? Oh, okay. Well, let's do this for now. I think this should be like that. Perfect. Good. Let's go. Have a icon. Call this like icon or spell icon mask. That's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna use here instead of that. Spell icon mask. Hey, Obi. Are you one Kenobi? Try that. Now we could like make it like this. Sorry, Granny. Ah, in this case, yeah, this is URP. It's better. Are we actually doing a thing? Can do like white times 0 to 5. I cannot write with this keyboard. Some of them, yes. I wrote some of the shaders. The fill amount, cooldown, text color. Is this doing something stupid like... The problem here is probably that one of the icons flashes when I'm using the one of the thing, like this one. It sort of shouldn't be on cooldown until you release the button or something. And it's not cooldown, it's like the recharge. Okay, so doing this will make that overlay too dark. So we'll change the point something we had in icon. There it is. Close, saved. No. Yes. Make this 30. Let's make it 40. Since what it is actually charging up, should we go in the other direction? Somehow? Also the text, shouldn't that be heavy text and bigger? So it looks like this, and cooldown mask is a little bit more transparent. Looks more. Boom. Boom. If the cooldown mask is black, let's make it make it some color we know. Maybe it's blue and it's a little bit transparent like this, maybe. That looks, I don't know. charges container could be taller or higher up. So it's outside, and the level text. No, the cooldown text could actually be higher up too. And it would be nice if it did have some shadows. And we can darken it slightly less. Let's make this 55. Cool. We're getting there. You know what? Maybe this makes more sense. So it's like fill up and then it's ready. The countdown, should it be the other way around? So it's filling up. We can try that. And it should probably flash white too, as a result of it going off cooldown and like make it, yeah. Cooldown text is a little big. Let's make it 12. Would be nice to have shading. Can we copy this material and make another one? Because I want one that's this, but with a shadow. How can I make another one? Can I? Do I just copy this maybe? Delete, delete, duplicate this, heavy text one. What's going on? Fingers offset by one. There we go. Text, shadow, and then we modify it. Underlay, offset Y. Color should be like folder black for now. Doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, there it is. Okay, is that the max? Holy shit. Oh, I guess it's okay. Dilate it. Can make it softer, which I don't want. I want this. I don't want it to be black. I want it to be like this color, but a dark version of it and a little bit that is what I want. Elfio's art. Hello. These are better looking spell icons, I think. I could see the mask having some, because it looks a little flat. I could see it having like a dark border around it. maybe. And I think the can cast here can be. So we can keep track of like lost could cast, and we set that so like if we can cast if can cast lost could cast equals time, and then we can actually animate the scale. I would say like let's have a little let's have a header for animation, and we call this like public animation curve pop curve. It's gonna be the pop when it comes back. We're just gonna pass the time since lost could cast to that curve, and then we should be fine. So we do like transform.local scale. I think we can use this at least. Equals vector3 1 times pop curve evaluate time utils since can lost could cost. And we also want to make sure this only happens if we can cast, so we do this. Otherwise we set transform local scale to vector3 1. So I'm kind of going back and forth between different things, which is maybe not the best, but hope you can bear with me. Pop curve, that should be like so if it's up to 1 second from this, I want to have like a tall first blip, and I think it should be something like this maybe. Kind of pops up in the first 0.2 seconds and then goes back down. I wonder if I should do it since lost cost too. So we can doesn't seem to do anything. Scaling this should work, I would say. It's gonna be 0 all the time because we of course set it up here. want to split this up in two. So we want one version that is exactly what we had before, and the other one is and. Lost King cast is not set. And then we do the same here. But this one needs to go... No, we need to have one more there, I think. Yeah, this one doesn't need those. And neither do these. Oop. Oop. So if we can cast, we know that our transform mask could be white, I would say. So we're gonna go back to this actually. So we can flash the thing too. We're gonna do var alpha is gonna be that -1, or let's actually just do, let's not care about the curve. We're just gonna do mask something, cooldown mask color equals color dot white times time utils since how long since lost could cast, and we want to do a curve or like a decline, so we do moth f clamp 01 and we'll do 1 minus that, and then we multiply this by a number where we say if 2 point... No, it's like a higher number times 5 would be 200 milliseconds. Now we're gonna overwrite that value, so we want to overwrite that value also up here. And we change the cooldown max mask thing. Fill amount is nice. We can do something very similar to this, where we do so this is how visible it's gonna be. Now we actually just gonna set it to cyan here, and we're gonna be good. It's not gonna be transparent at all, so maybe not. We'll see. I'm gonna dash, and then it's gonna be boop, boop, but it's not setting the fill amount to 1. Do like 0.7. Good, and then we're forgetting to set cool down mask fill amount is 1 here. Cool down fill amount is something else somewhere else. Good. We want to take this curve and kind of compress it. Maybe it's half as big. Something. This one probably should be flat. So we dash and it's boop, boop, boop. That feels a lot more juicy. think we can actually use some of our things to do the charges too. That would be good. Where are the charge nubs? Charge nub. That's a very small thing. Set it to 5 just to get it there, and then we got some kind of background here. Now we have like this maybe, or that. They are really small. Let's try this one. It needs to be. That's already sliced. What's this do? Oh, 13.37. It's the perfect number. It's not the perfect number. What should it be then? It should be 1. Make it pixel. Pixels are not correct. That's still not the pixels I want. So why do I like play with the scale on these, or what do I do for setting up the nubs? Nub, anchored position, set size. I don't know how to fix that though. But it should be 16, but it's not 16. That's not the size. But it might be the right size horizontally, but not vertically. Let's get arcane shards and see how that looks. Those are very hard to... Something... Okay, can we get the transparency? Can't be 0.5. Let's get Scythe has 3. Oh, there's a problem, I think. It's managing to fill up before the next one comes on. That's not good. Yeah, if this number is lower, it can't be. That doesn't work. 35. No, it's almost like sometimes it's managing to do 4 now, so that's not good. What it is the recharge interval that needs to be higher than the cost interval, of course. It's gotta... Okay. That looks okay, but now we don't see any distance there. There's no like thing. Let's actually let's draw new pills for that. There must be a UI folder or something. Textures, UI. So we got those. We could use something like this. Wanted to. Let's make something like this, but it's gonna be like almost white. So it's like fully white here. This one is just 80% or something. That's not the right key. Do that, and that can be maybe our little thing, and maybe have black around it like that on one side. Maybe let's try it. So do this, and then I pull this guy in there and this guy in there. I have a feeling that's gonna be too big. Let's do that instead. There. Okay. Nub. Change it to whatever we just did. UI something. Didn't name it. This one. Definitely not correct. Am I gonna have to stop? Okay, that's not useful. That looks not good. But if I full screened it, maybe. Yeah, it still doesn't look very good. They're just not wide enough for that, but maybe it looks good with a scythe, for example. Boom, boom, boom. Still doesn't look good, so not sure what we should do. That's more like it. Are they like in any way related to the size of the pixel? They're just not the same scale, which looks bad. Maybe this just looks better. Can maybe make something like that, but with imagine in like 720p. They're like less than a pixel wide. Hmm. Let's experiment a little bit more. First of all, let's make a taller version, so it's a 2 by something. And we can have like just have almost black in the corners. Can we do a pill like this? Hello. Yes. Okay, we can almost see those, and if I just get myself the scythe. It's the problem is still that the pixel per unit needs to be so small or I think there is an issue with the way we where is the sprite you edit in the game? I just can't find it. Where is the sprite you edit in the game? Ah, okay. The thing I'm working on is this thing down here. The little nubs there. I want them to have the right pixel size, but for some reason it just doesn't. So one is making it not tall enough. Maybe it should be an actual circle or something, so it's not like stretched. What if we did like almost? So like this. Just do this and say not scale it, but just position it. Charge knob circle. Simple. It should be like the this is 5 by 5. And then we set the pivot to 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. 0.5. And then we change so that we don't set the size anymore. Instead of just position it. Gonna have to move it and such, but it's potentially working. Died again. Why? It was working really well for a while, and now in the last day it's been like a little bit. What lags? Of course not. That's how it should be done. That looks better. I just have to have a slightly prettier sprite and we're done, I think. The spell icon though. The shortest container, we center that instead. Put it at like 0 would be bad, but put it at like, is it 10? If it's 20 something, that looks centered. Slightly higher up. There. A controller code. Which part of it? So let's see. Now we gotta calculate the positions differently. So we got vector tree right times W times float I divided by charge nubs count. But we should do like I minus half of it's not click to move. It's WASD. But I can share other things if you want to. Look, it's centered. It's reasonably the same pixel size as the other stuff. It's just a little bit ugly. How does it look with arcane shards? Not great. Ooh. I think also we need to use float here instead of there. That might make it correct. And then there's a W here. Rect transform rect width times 2. Yeah, it's actually like doing both mouse and keyboard and controller. But yeah, so I used a new Unity input system to do this. That's the first part. Yeah, that was. That. This actually has to be divided -1, I think. So I just read like the movement script. Come on, keyboard. The movement script just reads from which thing you're. Sorry, I don't follow what you're saying. You did it half a time. You think it's a good combo for having fun in controlling character. One or two times. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the issue is that the width, it's not like correct. And now it looks like it's offset from the center a little bit, so I'm just hard coding weird values here. But the offset from center, should this be +1 instead? There's something like that you do to make uneven numbers of count be centered. Now this is super wrong. Super duper wrong. That one is close. But that one is super wrong. I can do it in different ways. So you can say make an offset that is the negative of half minus half width. We do instead. So we do float I not divided float I divided by that, and then we subtract width divided by 2. I should also work and maybe be less wrong. Yes, I do. It's like based on random walk, and then I have different pieces that match a certain tile grid, so to speak. Yeah, be sure to grab screenshots whenever I'm in a VS Code. Come on. Why are you stalling here? Is my computer dying or something? I am using a lot of memory, it seems. What is using memory? Unity is using 2.7 gig. Photoshop, what? But that is not bad. I've got 32. Okay, like now my mouse is lagging, like just doing things without me. What the? What is going on? Oh, it's Ryzen 9 5800X. It's not Edge. I don't use Edge. It's not Chrome. Like I didn't use much of them. I got 32 gigs of RAM in a 2070. That's not centered at all. Is it possible to what would it be width divided by 4? I coded it from scratch. How you finding changing in 2021.x Unity? I have only used 2021.x for a while now, so it is offset by a number. Why is this hard? Is it this that needs to be subtract 1? God tier, yeah. No, not really. But yeah, I followed nothing. I just wrote it one day. Okay, so now we don't have a thing at all. Division by 0, of course. There's something I'm missing here. If I said it was just vector3 right times I, what would that be? Is that 1 unit? Should that be like divided by 16 times the size of the thing? I want this this little thing here to be good. Okay, so it is like 1 pixel. So if I just multiply that number with whatever 5, it should be fine. Press the right key. Is it that? Yes. That? Yes. Scythe is the best. Oh wait, look, it's clatter. What is? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Is it better now? So it doesn't center them now, of course. And if I pick up the arcane shards, it's going to be a really long list, which of course is not what we want. It's like a semi like, why am I having trouble with this? This should be simple. But if I thank you, rich stoner. You should send me tons of money. What am I doing here? Yeah, so I want to subtract half of the count. So now it's off by 1. No. It's much worse. Yeah, I didn't divide it by 2. If I do this then, I don't know that I need to, but let's do it anyway. I'm considering doing. Okay, so now it's like. Now it's off by 1. No, wait. Did it actually update? And if I pick up arcane shards, arcane shards has 2. Arcane shards is correct. So there is a floor that needs to go in here. I've been doing game dev, like, I started this company in I started working full-time for my own company with game dev in 2016 or something like that. And I've been doing it since, but I've been doing a little bit of non-game dev work as well. If I floor it, it needs to be. Should it be here? Is that where I do the flooring? Or rounding? I don't drink coffee, so I don't need that. Who is Alexander Almot Kilde? Like a photo model or for some kind of very beautiful person. Oh, it's a ski person. Looking at the Instagram. Let's see if nah nah not quite. I wouldn't say so. Kinda wish that was more true. Or I don't know. Okay, so this one is not correct. This one is now very not correct. What should we, instead of just trying different things, should we actually try to figure it out? This is the stupidest thing I've done in a while. So let's figure out the left. Left is gonna be where we start. No, we're gonna move. Yeah, actually it does. Like a prettier look. I agree with that. I think I times SW would also work. I'm so annoyed with this keyboard now. Or S. We take the width and then we divide the width over there, and then it will just spread them over trial and horror. Yeah, it's okay, now it's right aligned. Oh, that's to be expected because this thing, the let's put it here, and then we see. Can we not? Why do we not? There we go. And then we want to make it like full width. There we go. So it positions that there, which is what we expect. And then I pick up the scythe, which has 3, and it puts one there, one there, one there. That also looks more or less correct. And then I pick up the arcane shards. It's if I started at I just moved everything over like this, would that work? Pick up the shards. Sort of. Pick up the scythe. That does not work. Should I move the pivot for this to the bottom left? Would that help? No, now we start by saying the position should be this, but SI should be something. And SI should be float I. And we do things too. And if we subtract mathf seal I mean FI, float I. Half of and we want to add I mean, what the heck? Tell me how I should be doing this. The pivot. Now, let's make sure the center of the thing is at the center of the thing. Let's not do this weird offset. There we go. Now we want to put everything at the center of this. That's the first part. So we add on to it. We don't change I. Let's just screw that. We want to add to this so we're at the center of width. So we do width divided by 2. That should work, right? What's going on? I'm pressing the wrong keys. Yes, exactly right. So down here you got one of these. And now that one is centered, and when I pick up like the scythe, it's going to start there and move over. Now I want to change the width of a knob to be 5 instead of doing this. So we change this to 5 because I know that's the size of one of those. So now it's going to be still centered and nice, and then I pick up like scythe. It's going to be there, and then I want to subtract number of hits remaining to the top of the... No, I don't. I want to represent it with the circles. I don't want more numbers. So now I just subtract half of the total width of those. I kind of centered it, and now I'm going to subtract half of the width of charge knobs count times S. S times... Ooh! Where is it? There? No. There. By 2. Now this one is off by 1. That is the problem. So now we pick up scythe, and this one is also off by 1. But if I pick up the arcane shards, that is going to be correct. No, it's also off by 1. I want to move it right by 1. So is it just adding 1 here then? That was too much. Point plus 0.5, but I don't understand why. That's the major problem, I guess. Is it correct now? Now the problem is that the total width cannot be too big. So now we got to do like limit this size so it's smaller. What time is it? 11? Have I been at this for like hours and hours? Centered. Centered. Too wide. So we want to say that they should be max spaced like this. So mathf min, the smallest of that number, and width divided by charge nubs count. I am a god. It works. Now it's a little bit too wide. And you can do this too, which is a bit of a problem. If I add charges here now, it's going to be more. You can add charges again. Eventually it just becomes a thing like that. So let's move this in so it's like pixel there. Okay, so it works. That's better, and it's better looking. I just need to figure out a better look for those little nubbins. They're gonna be little bubbles. Like that. Ah, doesn't look good. Probably the other way around then. What? Stop. What I should probably do is swap the look to be a different thing when you are when you have too many. It's gonna be something else. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I guess I gotta do 4 here now and change that thing. Nub. What? 4. Nub circle. Yeah. I always tend to go with colors like this. I think against the black it's pretty good, but against when I'm down here, they're kind of blending a little bit. I wonder if they should be closer to a white, or like have more white in them or something. That looks ugly. A little bit too much fun there. That's probably not gonna be pretty either. It is pretty visible though. That is not good. It's hard to do UI with this few pixels. It could be square, I guess. We could try just deleting those. Feels like they almost should be twice as big, twice as wide there. But yeah, let's try big squares instead. See how that does. Okay, so that's to some degree it's cleaner, but maybe we can do something like this. And the other side. I want to move it up also one more unit. Oh, it's gonna put it on that line, not... Rotate them 45 degrees. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, let's work with the colors a little bit. Let's use this color to get the corners right. Okay, let's try this. Where do I instantiate them? Peanuts in my keyboard, not good. We do 0, 0, 45. So now we're no longer having the problem of the pixelated I had started getting like a million requests for Hellas of the Demons keys on various or from various people on Steam, like curators. There is a max level, but I think in this case you can get like 5 times 3 more, so you get 15 more here, which is not ever gonna be good. So I think for the final version I have to do something like that, where I wonder also if I should like flip the order so that I can do that. So we instantiate that nub, and we're gonna make the new ones at the start of the list. Set sibling index 0. It's gonna push all the others forward, I think. Yeah, it's not finished. Now we reverse this. So that one goes. Maybe I should do something like this. Looks pretty good. But it probably. Maybe. Almost everything I do that's not a square that's slanted 45 degrees is worse than what I had before. But that at least it doesn't look broken in this. Should they be slightly further apart? Change that 5 into a 6 and then we're done, I think. You gotta get moving with some other, or 4 to a 5, I guess. Yeah. Get in there. Let's see. See what we can do. So here we can get something. Let's go here, and we can actually get some charges for this if I am not like. Oh, wrong key. Trying to learn to play with the controller, the new controller scheme. I was looking the other way. Charges. We put it in there. Now it's broken more or less again. But what would it look at if we were at 1080p, which is what people are gonna mostly play it on? It sure looks weird, even after one upgrade. It's like, stop shooting. Okay, let's get ourselves a boomerang. Now we can also do this. Vroom. Good. I hear you, Rodok. So maybe what it should be is that the dark ones should be to the back and the bright ones should be to the front. So maybe we don't do it. I wonder if this is something that's really expensive or something. That should be control and that should be X. Yes. So, but we can try. So we can, when we update them, we can set the sibling index of these dependent on whether or not they're active or not. We actually do this here, it seems. Set sibling index is so if it's available, we set the sibling index to I, means higher, and then if it's not, we set it to 0. We kind of shuffle the order around so that the that is how it should be, right? Cool. Let's see if we can do like what do we get here in the first level? Novas. Yeah, Scythe Nova. It's not that good. It's very close. Nova Rail. No, it's like hard to oh shit. Yeah, I don't have any dates for this yet, but it's not like next week or so. Hey, come. Ouch. I died in the first level of my own game. You know what, Raw? We can probably figure something out. Try rail and boomerang. Rail with charges, that's fun. I kind of want the melee spells to be on X and the shooty spells be on... whoa! Let's see you there. To be on the trigger. Come on. Die. Pick up charges. Now I can do this. Boom, boom. Yeah, I have that possibility in my little audio library. I'm not sure what Alfred is doing with this. So for example, like the rail cast, it doesn't have pitch variation at all and doesn't have variations. I've talked about this a little bit, but if we do something like this, it should be... I don't know if it makes any... Now it does. Yeah, I just haven't got him to do that a lot. So Arcane Bolt cost has a very low pitch variation. Maybe it should be higher. Could also like do this. Yeah, sure. Range? Yeah, sure. Let's get range. Keep pressing the wrong key. So with the controller now, like I talked about this before, but I've tried a slightly different approach. Instead of having just the normal, you know, like twin stick thing, I've copied two things, I've been inspired by two things. One is Hyperlight Drifter, where there is a really nice aim button, so you can run around and aim by running. And then you press aim, and then you stand still and just aim. So I'm holding down this button, and so I can move, not move, move, not move, and then you can dash by pressing this in a direction you want to dash. Or you could press A to dash in the running direction. Then you got like the first spell is on X, and the second spell is on the trigger, right trigger, for example. Let's pick up range here. This does not sound very comfortable. You can backpedal by dashing, I guess. And move while But yeah. Yeah, you can't aim and move at the same time. It's if you tried Hyperlight Drifter, you know how it feels like. The problem is strafe around a point. I don't know that I want to add too many buttons. But that would be like a lock-on thing or something. Could be something. But the thing is, like, I tried last night while I was trying to make the game run on the Switch, like optimize it for the Switch. I'm playing on controller is not something I do a lot, and when I played on controller, I play games like Diablo, and I play games like Hyperlight Drifter, or I guess Breath of the Wild has more of a twin sticky thing, third person, but you move the camera instead. So, and that has lock on too. So I'm not sure that's probably not a. It's not a thing. So, with keyboard and mouse, you can run around and aim at the same time. But you can't like move and shoot at the same time anyway. So it's like. And I want to use the especially when I have a melee weapon, I want to use the face buttons to attack. It's yeah, it's not obvious what is the best solution. I keep pressing the wrong one there. To me, it feels pretty good. More like holding down a button locks the dots and walking around. Yeah, I know. It's like a lock target system, but not on an enemy. Yeah, it's like I dislike dashing with something other than A, or like in a game if I want to make for example, Hellas of the Demons, my previous game, with the controller, if you don't jump with A, it feels really weird. But then you got to move your. Since I aim with the right stick, you gotta move your aiming thumb to the jump button, so that doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. To me, this is a decent solution, but I'm not the biggest console gamer at all. So I'm very open to farts. I should have. Could be real strong. I get. No, I did the wrong thing. I should have sacrificed, not what I just did. But I'll pick up range. It's tricky. I've never done it for a new Unity input system, but it's something that's coming. It's not. Aiming is hard with the controller either way, so it's nice to stand still when you're doing it. In Diablo, which is the inspiration, you got plenty of like auto aim, and that is really like a lock-on system. Here it's not working like that quite, so yeah, we'll see. Hey, another charge. Sure, let's get it. Let's pick up this next spell. Whoops, wrong button again. And I'm gonna switch this around even more now. When I get the... I haven't played Thorghast. It was one of those things. The reason I bought Shadowlands was Thorghast, but I never leveled up high enough so I can try it out. Is it good? Like, I've heard people say it started out not being good and it's better now. And then the whole Blizzard sucks thing happened, which made me not really want to play Blizzard games at all. Now let's swap these around. I want to have this here and this there. So now we have that and we have that. Good. We have a lot of money. Let's go to the shop. It's not good, just less shit. Okay, got it. I got it. Charges for the Nova. It's not bad. It's like you can do boom and then boom pretty fast, and then it takes a while before it charges back up. We have money to reroll, so let's do that. Faster recharge on Nova would be good. Buy it, put it in there, and then yes, boom. Where did my... It's no longer showing the overlay on it. Bugs. What actually happened there? Is it... This is interesting. Bugs. Bugs Bunny. UI. Not spell list, but result screen. Except HUD. And spell bar. And it should be this one. This one. It's got like the mask icon is here, cooldown mask is here, and it's entirely transparent right now. But if I do it, press Q, and let's look at it. Cooldown mask is strange. Oh, you did? Shit. So, oh, the reason why it counts up and not showing it is because I haven't depleted. So if I do one more, now it comes up. That's it. That's why it is how it is. Okay, so we go maybe increase the crit chance for our Nova, and we try to get some health back things from the Nova. Not sacrifice, reroll. Yes, I will pick that up. Range. No. Boomerang, we can't afford it, but we can pick up range here or bleed there. I think here. Oh, right, it's the bugs. Haste. It's not bad. Ow, get out. something strange going on with my my global cooldown system. Steamfest, no. I don't think so. Haste for the second Nova then? Or do we put it in here somehow? Maybe we don't need that full range. So now we can do really fast. This is bounce, which I'm not going to use, but this may be. I'm doing everything except sound. And also there might be things coming up where I talk about, you know, marketing stuff needs to be done too. Ah, I fell off. Here is, like, I wonder if different spells should give you different reticules or something where you can see where it's gonna land, sort of. It's getting intense. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Get rid of all these. Get out. No! But I'm doing all the code, all the game design, more or less. All the graphics. I don't do any of the sound, although I art direct it. Yes, this is a good setup. See if we can survive the first room. Taking damage like too much. And those can hit through walls, and I can too. Doesn't matter. You get your health back. Charges and what could be cold dash or cold touch. I can also do this. But if they get close, I will slash them. But yeah, game design wise, I think I still have the problem of you're gonna have one spell that's best, and then that's what you're gonna use. So now I rarely have use for my thing. They solve it so beautifully in case of this, like short range, long range, or melee ranged. They solve that so beautifully in Hyperlight Drifter. Where you charge your long range by your short range. There is a cooldown. Global cooldown thing on the player spells action. I'm gonna set that down quite a bit just to try, because it sometimes feel like I should be able to slash faster after the thing. Let's pick up the scythe and sacrifice for this to get those, and then we do. I don't know when Steamfest is. I think it's late to announce anything. Plus, it's not only me on that. That's what I was talking about before. It's not only me who thinks about marketing stuff. So arcane shards really scale really well with that. Gonna go this way. Already have the scythe. Like, it's rarely useful for me to use the... Like, it's like the combination of this ranged attack and the... and the melee attack is like... They don't play together well. It's like almost always better to use the ranged attack. It's like a melee attack but longer. I actually don't know. Try not to think about it too much. The other thing the melee thing has is like it can hit multiple enemies, I guess. But if it were like majorly stronger some way where it could kill enemies in one hit, but then, I don't know. It's a tough nut to crack. Making combinations of spells meaningful. Beyond just having more damage, because you could sort of do this. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, LST. I actually have a knockback increase on one of my to-do lists here. Okay, so heal on crit, that is always good. I have a couple of ideas for what to do with the melee. So one would be to give it healing properties. Oh, that's interesting, Syracuse. Like, stun it with the ranged one and then do more damage to stunned enemies with something like that. Heal on crit. I think it's less useful these days. Ooh, I want to go here, so... let's just keep the money. That's also a thing like that doesn't quite work yet with money. If there were somehow limited ammo, or the recharge was much longer, but then it wouldn't be really good. Like, it wouldn't be useful without the melee. Here it's like it's also, I shouldn't judge what's like too much from the start of the game. This is like room 5. Nah, it's just me. I am the artist. I need to pee. Give me a sec. Noise, sorry. Yeah, so how... Use this folded up towel as a neck rest. That's good. Not every combination needs to be. Let's try playing with a similar setup, but let's try rail and. Oops! I did it twice. That was not good. Now we got a lot of money. Could even buy a third third spell. Why don't we? Well, we have. So now we can do that. We can do that. And we can do this. And we're gonna take the hard room. That was stupid because we don't need another spell. Ooh, healing. No. Shit. Let's try again. I wanted this. We'll sacrifice and get the rail. And then we'll go towards faster recharge on the rail, maybe. If I just try to use the rail here, I bet I can because the levels are big enough. But I can kind of run away. Oop. No. I'll grab that. Hard room. Can I do it? Yeah, I think so. I think I can do it. But like I used my my melee like ones there in that previous room. Ooh. But as I said before, I should be careful to give too much judgment to how it feels to play in the early levels. Also, most people will not sacrifice health for 2 starting spells. If I could add another one, so it's like you start with 2 spells, so there's always some kind of interplay there. Maybe you always start with a melee and a range spell. That could be, and then you can toy with that. That could be a solution, and then I can make sure that there is a good reason for you, because it's more fun when you have multiple spells. And then maybe add 1 more spell slot, so you got 5. Let's see, on the keyboard we got left click, right click, Q. We can have shift. We have, so now also dash is not a special thing. So dash could be like, it's a spell, but you can't put other things in its slot. So that's always going to be like space or something, or A, or that. So that's like a specialty thing. So let's say we add another spell. So you start with 2 and then you can get 2 more over the run. And you can kind of do whatever you like. And you got 5 slots. I could see that. So range, here's an interesting, I'll put that there. Faster recharge, even faster recharge on the rail. Sure, and then we go, think we go here, but charges on the rail is also good. Let's try this. bleed. We put that on there. Like, it's probably the right thing to do. Lots of money, so go to the shop. More faster recharge for the... Okay. You can get one for free there, so let's re-roll instead. Buy the max HP. No. 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 Heal on crit though. And crit chance on the scythe. There we go. Let me do range on scythe. That's the last scythe update. Okay. I was a little too late there. I did used to have like a mana system before. That would be so easy to do the oh, I have one more. To do the Hyperlight Drifter thing where you get mana if you hit enemies with the and then you'd have a little bit more of that. I got some healing even. But I want you to use at least 2 of your spells pretty regularly, and like one would be like a nuke that's on a much longer cooldown. That on the Nova, which I haven't used yet. It's there, I guess, or there. Okay, so shop or bleed effects. Shop. XHP, here it comes. Explode dash is busted, it's too good. I can reroll once and hope for something good. Heal on crit. I'll get that and put that on rail too. So. Is this haste? No, it's not. More HP. Ah, this is a hard room. I forgot about that. That's... It should almost be better, the Nova now that it's so high. What? That hit nothing? It's a fun hit and run tactic. What if the what if the scythe gave you less cooldowns or something? Like, if you hit, you get faster recharge or something. So if I went in there and hit a few times, I would reduce the recharge on my Nova quite a bit. It's like buffing the melee in that kind of way. So you want to swap between different spells. Maybe there's maybe it's a gem, but I want it to be like something that always is there. So maybe there's a lot of those kinds of things. But let's say the melee weapon or spell will... What does it actually do? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Syracuse. So if you hit an enemy with the melee, you will reduce any running cooldowns on other spells by something. You get what I'm thinking? So that could be the reason why you want to do that, but the combination of like rail and... or let's say rail and scythe in that case then would work, but for example something that doesn't have a long cooldown, but it makes sense, probably not. So we got to figure something out, like what are some other cool combinations that we could use. Oh, come on, die. I'm getting better at this control scheme, I gotta say. And it feels really good. It's just that it's like I don't need to use the scythe as much as I want to use it. Like it feels good, but it's not really doing a lot. So here is like, this takes a few shots if I don't get a crit. Close. The heck, aim. There we go. No, I'm not picking that up. We got lots of money, but I feel like I'm... I got iframes. Also, the player doesn't get iframes when using melee. Is that what you're saying? Enemies don't have iframes. Player has iframes on hit. Um, Another thing could be like, if I had many small enemies, like there are many ways to attack this problem. But if I had a lot of small enemies, this melee would hit all of them and kill them in like one swipe. Ooh, there's a lot of things going on here. Oh, I'm forgetting one thing. Had that too. And there, if I could go in and like hit once to like regain my Nova, that would be good. This is the last wave, yes. So let's say I add an enemy type that comes in like large groups, and the melee is sort of an AoE. This melee at least, sort of an AoE, and the rail is not that effective on those because they're kind of spread out. Unless they're coming at you in a like a line. I don't know. But now my rail is so good, it's really hard to motivate using the... I'm just trying to... Maybe there's an enemy that kind of teleports close to you. Would make the melee a lot better. There it's actually not bad if they're in that. Oops. Well, that has a lot of range. Thanks, Pogo. I feel like I'm not making much progress, but I guess I am. So where do I put crit multiplier? Here? Then I don't know what I'll use haste for, but let's figure it out. The most progress is how much better I am with the controller, with this control scheme. That's like that's the biggest progress. I can actually play with this instead of not being able to play at all with twin stick controllers. I'm also thinking about people like my kid, like Hugo. He's not very good with twin stick at all with this game. I think he could learn to play with this. Like he plays Diablo 3 on the Switch perfectly. I am taking a lot of damage now. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Let's not get caught up in some kind of... These are the last enemies too. I gotta just not get hit. Woohoo! That felt good. Yeah, he's called Hugo. Hugo in Swedish. Haste. Could put that there. That makes that slightly better. And I got like full money, so we should be going here. Heal on crit on the Nova too. So now we got like heal on crit on everything. And then we got range. We could do like what is... Oops. Made we do have dash we can upgrade with like something. Hey, congrats! Yeah, it's the same spelling over here in Sweden. Congrats. Hugo is 5.5. I'm mixing the Swedish and English pronunciation. Hugo and Hugo, I guess. So dash, we can put more things in. Nova, we can put more things in, but no, none of the others. So range is not that good with that. Nova, no. So it's a reroll. Charges. That's like, instead of one of these, I think that's good. The game is getting hard now a little bit. I almost died on the last levels. Now it's where it's where I have to start like optimizing a little bit. None of these are interesting to me. Charges is always interesting. I think I want to put it on the dash so I can get away faster. So now I can do that. Tick tick. Tick tick. Tick tick. That's good. Explode dash would be something I pick up, but it's a little bit overpowered. You need to make the area of effect smaller and the sound effect less annoying. Another heal, sure. Get that mouse pointer there, please. Oh yeah, still have that bug. Whatever. Beautiful. Like that, or total miss. Keep on missing. It is easier to hit with the melee than... Boom. I'm gonna power up my Nova a little bit. Maybe... maybe give it bleed or something so it kills more of the enemies. I get frozen too, and it seems like that actually has an effect. When I get healed, getting hard to see the enemies in all those trails. Healing. Good. Good, good. Hoo-yah! There we go with the bleed and the thing and the stuff. This is a something on crit. What is it? I don't remember. You don't understand how you should get up there. That's fine. Ow. This level feels easier than the previous one. sort of am using more of my spells now because I need them. Because the rail is not like infinitely better than or easier to play with than the other stuff. Why did I take damage there? I have a slot, so... He's doing good, he's doing good. I'm learning to play with the controller. I changed the entire game to to make me good with it. So now it's not like the traditional twin stick approach. Ow. It's hold to lock position and aim with left stick approach. And dash with the right stick. Oops. Where do I want to put bleed instead? I'm thinking remove the heal on crit. No, maybe on the rail instead because, but I gotta, already have bleed there. Okay, I don't know. Ragnarok Online, I never played that. Do we want to try a hard level with this setup? We are almost at the end of the game. I'm not going to do it because I haven't actually finished the game. The only one who has ever finished this build of the game, or like sort of this, is my brother who was here and played the other day. I feel like I want to actually finish it. Why can I not aim? And now I would like to get some healing. I think one of the big problems is this guy. I'm gonna die here. Shit. This is not good. I wanted to finish the game. I'm not gonna. No! It's like next to last level. Shit. I think it's time for a lunch break. So we had some ideas during this run. One was it's more fun than useful to have the melee. So we need to buff the melee, and we can do that by maybe it always reduces like some part of a cooldown or restores a a charge of something, it's not a rage quit. It's almost a rage quit, I guess. But yeah, there is a problem of spells not working together that much, which means that you only use the spell that's the best spell you have and not like combining them in creative ways until you get to the later game where you kind of have to. I think we're due to add another spell slot, so we get 4 different spells, and you would start with 2, and I would figure out good combinations, and you can choose however you want, but there are some that work better together. But you get to choose 2 spells as you start. And then I gotta figure out like how the interplay between the different spells work, so that they kind of buff each other if you use both of them. So it could be that thing where the melee reduces cooldowns. Maybe melee hits just give you higher haste, or directly gives you back charges to things. Spell shield, passive spell, but you probably mean usable spells. Yes, usable spells. Things that you can press a button and something happens. So I'm gonna probably, if I don't get blown away, so to speak, because it's really windy out. Whoops. What's that? If I do... Wait, I can't flip the camera in this app? Droid Cam X Pro? I can't flip it? Why the heck? I was gonna show you the wind outside, but yeah, instead you get to see my hair and how weird it is. So I'm gonna think about that. Hope I don't get totally blown away, so to speak, by the wind. The wind might carry me somewhere, and then I'll be back and we'll figure something out, and then we'll start maybe implementing a new spell or some of those systems. Something like that. Let's see who's online, if we can drop you guys off somewhere. Where do we want to go? Twitch. Spice is probably back. Oh, we should give some people back to Adam. It's been a while since I was there. So yeah.
How do you say you? Yeah. But do people
Thank you for hanging out. Hugs and kisses. I'll be back in maybe 2 hours or something.
just say
Bye bye.